Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mr.Fred and Friends. I have got a great show for you guys tonight. I got some of everybody knows I love the PBSL. Ever since I got hooked up on it, Sam Wyrick, he's the one that actually turned me on to it. Keith Kissel took me up there, but Sam kind of explained everything, and I've been in love with it ever since. One thing I'm all about is building paintball and bringing paintball to new people and in a good light. And the PBSL is just absolutely cool. I got to tell you, I just absolutely love it. I've even got a jersey up here, man. Very cool. Hey, Stephen Snow, how you doing tonight, buddy? And Connor Bryant, all the way from Australia, watching us tonight. Right on. And Geo Magfed, what's going on, brother? You know, guys, the guys I got on tonight, I've got some of the best guys of the PBSL. Dennis started it, but these guys have really taken over, and they're doing the organization proud. That's all I can say. I'm very happy to have them guys on tonight. Now, I hope I don't butcher the names. I got a couple of them down pat, a couple of them you never know. Anyhow, tonight I have Mr. Todd Wintercore. He's from down in the LA area. I have Mr. Freddy Lalapitan. Boy, Freddy, I hope I did that right. I've been practicing it all day, and it probably still blew it. And I have Mr. Sam Wyrick. That one I got down pat. Sam's from up in my neck of the woods up here. Sam, like I say, is the guy who really introduced me to it. And I have Mr. Stephen Gumby Santersola. And I hope I got that one right, too. Yeah. I try my best, guys, really. You know, these guys, you're going to love to listen to these guys because these guys are with an organization that really promotes paintball in such a cool way. When I was first introduced to it and I seen how Sam was running everything, you know, how he was with the card thing, and you just never know who you're going to play with. And what a way to make friends and to make paintball buddies and to put together a team. You never know who you're going to play with when you go do a PBSL, and I think is just outstanding. And they've got some great things coming up in the PBSL. They've got a few things coming up. When we bring these guys up, we'll talk about some of the events that they've got coming up right now. But you know, first, my show last week, I want to thank Mr. Jake Crulin from Predator Paintball up there in Rockland. He hosted us that night, and I had an absolutely great time. If you guys get a chance, you need to go check out Predator Paintball up there in Rockland. It is so cool. What a layout the guy has. It's just phenomenal. I absolutely loved it, and I love going up there and shooting it. And Jake actually owns Combat Zone Paintball. It's in Orville, and that's where we're going to have the WCPL on February 5th and 6th. Along with him and his partner, James Stratton. These are two great guys. I am so very proud to be hooked up with them. And I just absolutely love it. And I cannot wait to do the tournament up there. This field, you guys are going to love this field. This field is absolutely cool. Francis Swain, Hellhounds, how you doing tonight, brother? All the way from the East Coast. Great guy. Actually, Francis is going to be one of the future legends in paintball. This kid really goes over and above to help people out in the sport. And if you ever get a chance, you're going to want to meet and talk to him. He's a terrific person, really is. And then I want to mention a couple things real quick here. You know, we're going to talk about the PBSL had a Young Guns actually down there this last weekend. So I can't wait to talk a little bit about that. That's going to be pretty cool. So that should be very sharp. And I see we just got Todd just jumped in on the green room. And Todd will tell us all about that. You know, one thing I like about the guys we got on tonight, they're never lost for words. They are absolutely terrific. And some of the stories, I could probably do a 12-hour show with the stories from these guys without a problem at all. So I'm really looking forward to that. But one thing I want to mention real quick is the ICC. You know, we are starting, you know, you got the PBSL, very great organization and has been around for a while. And the people that are in this right now, and the guys that are actually steering it are just a terrific bunch of guys. You're going to meet them in just a little bit on my show tonight. But Also, I want to mention that there's a few other ones out there. You've got the ICC, Jennifer Montrez. So they're calling it now the Montrester Classic. And it's going to be at Sherwood Forest there in Lakeport, Indiana, excuse me. And it's going to be the July 29th through the 31st. So I always mention Jennifer's stuff. I'm really pushing the WCPL. It's a new organization we're starting. So I absolutely love it. And I'm hooked up with some great guys. But I think that everything that we do for paintball, all these organizations, I think are just terrific. And I just want to I just want to keep pushing them all, because that's what's going to make paintball great. No infighting. Let's just all work together and really make paintball bigger than what it is today. And it will be a riot. When you hear these guys tonight, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. These guys are pretty cool. Richard Wilcox is on tonight, and along with Keith Kissel. Now, these are two guys that are actually, I'm going up to Combat Zone this weekend, and we're going to start laying out the fields and getting everything set up there. I will be working there for the next few weeks, obviously, along with Jake and his people up there, and James. So if you get a chance, we're going to be up there on Saturday and start laying it out. So, Keith Kissel and Richard Wilcox are going to come up there, and they're going to give me a hand. So let me do my shout outs real quick so I can bring all these guys on. First, let me jump in real quick and bring up my co-host here, Mr. William Bailey. He looks too damn comfortable sitting there all by himself. Yeah. There you go. I was actually waiting for you to take a bite of a sandwich or something.
I was waiting. I ate a Rice Krispie bar before you could have the chance to do it.
There you go. Hey, you did a heck of an event this last weekend, huh?
Yep. Pirates Plunder. It was awesome. Perfect weather. Got to see a bunch of friends. Got to
that was at Paintball to Go, right?
Yep, at Paintball to Go, Root House, Illinois. Got the crap shot out of me, but it was awesome. It's well worth it. Yeah. That's part of it.
That's how it works, Yeah, as long as everybody has a good time, and that's the ticket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we got Bond Chick watching again.
Yep. I think I
got to meet her.
Well, I think there was only one rule broken there, and it was by me.
Uh-oh. You brought two markers on at the same time, or what?
No, oh no. There was we're playing up by the ship, and I flanked everybody, so I got in behind them, and I could have shot just tons of people on the side, but I was just trying to see how far I could actually get, and I ended up coming in behind them. And I seen our little boat there. They've got those two netted boats.
Yep.
And one of them had the red flag on it. And I'm like, well, hell, that's my boat. I guess I could use it. So I crawled in it, and then they're all sitting there watching, going, what the hell's going on? And then we start fighting, and it turns out I wasn't supposed to have been in that boat. And it was pretty funny.
You were a spy, huh?
No, it was my boat, but I was just using it at the wrong time. It was the last game, and there was still 4 games to go before that point. So, lesson learned. I need to listen. I need to listen at the game orientation.
Yeah, well, next time.
Yep.
Let me give my shout outs real quick so I can pull these guys up, because you know all about the PBSL. Yeah, these guys are so cool, and I love the organization. And we got Freddy on tonight too. Freddy has school, so I want to bring him up here pretty quick after I get my shout outs, because he's going to have to take off and go to school here pretty soon. And I want to talk to him. I want everybody to meet him and talk to him. So anyhow, real quick, Mr. Tim Schloss, Gateway Paintball, used to be Tiger Stripe Camo back in the day. Mr. Dan and John Colby. Real quick, I want to congratulate Dan and his wife, Mary, because their son, John, just got married last Thursday. And I want to just a super congratulations to all of them. Immortal Air right now. It used to be Air America back in the day. They've been my sponsor for over 31 years. I just absolutely love the guys. And then Mr. Bud Orr, what can you say about Bud? Yep. He's just, an absolutely terrific person that's done so much back in the day and so much still for the sport of paintball. Mm-hmm. Great guy. Mr. Tom K, Airgun Designs. Yep. Mr. Randy Camilla had APG back in the day. Mr. Jerry Braun had Paintball Sports back in the day. And Jerry has the Woods Ball Field in New York for the WCPL. That's going to be coming up next year. And that should be pretty cool, too. I love that field. Played it 30 years ago. To the day I played it this last year. 30 years to the day. Incredible. Just loved it. And then Mr. Ross Alexander from Line SI. Mr. Jim Lively. Jim is now on the consulting board for the WCPL. Very happy to have Jim on board with us. Jim, there's 2 tournaments back in the day you wanted to go to, and that was Masters, Jim Lively's Masters in Tennessee, and you wanted to go to Jerry Brown's World Cup in New York. Just absolutely terrific. Gotta love it. And then I got to say hi to my buddy, Mr. Gino from Belkin. Gino does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. That's why I mention him every week. He does so much. And I'm just grateful I get to be in the inner circle and hear some of the stuff he does. But he doesn't like blowing his own horn, so I just blow it for him. You know, he's just a great, great guy. Cruising around in his jet now, so obviously things must be going good for him. So it's pretty sharp, huh, Billy?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, what do you say?
I seen him in the neighborhood this weekend.
Yeah, he was down in L.A. I took a picture from his jet and he sent it to me. And you know what? It was funny. Any other day in the last year he could have took that picture, it would have been sunny. The only day that it rained and it poured.
It rains in California.
And you know what? Yeah, it's funny too because we got the whole year's worth of rain in one day. Everything was flooded out here. The bridges going over to San Francisco, they had semis blown over on their sides. The wind was so bad. Oh, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. So anyhow, I see we got everybody hanging out here. I'm going to start with the guy that really, really runs everything right now in the PBSL. He's took it over from Dennis. Please, everybody, Freddy, I hope I don't butcher your name, Mr. Freddy Lelepitan. How you doing this evening, Freddy?
Hi, fine. Good evening, guys. Hi, Bill. Hi, Fred.
Hey, Freddy.
Yeah, you got school tonight. You know, I appreciate a lot, man, that you took the time off to jump in with us because you know you're a big part of the PBSL. Obviously, you know that, but yeah, you try, huh? So I'm going to bring up a couple other guys right now. I'm going to bring up Mr. Sam Wyrick. Sam's from my neck of the woods up here. How you doing, buddy?
Good, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Sam.
It's going great. And now I want to bring up El Jeffy, Mr. Todd Winokur. El Jeffy, how are you tonight?
All right, that's El Jefe.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I butcher everybody's name, so you're just all guy. Everybody's in the same box, you know.
Is that a medal or are you wearing a smoking robe? I can't see on that little stream there.
Oh, you can't? Oh, I can see him. There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go. Wow, and you look so proud. I love that, Todd. You look great, buddy. And now I want to bring up Mr. Beep Beep. Oh, yeah. I want to bring up Stefan Santersola, better known, a.k.a. as Gumby. How you doing this evening? There you go. What a group. Well, you know, guys, everybody knows I love the PBSL. You guys are a terrific bunch of guys. And real quick, Todd, you guys had a Young Guns this last weekend, I believe?
Yeah, we always have, at least in my chapter, we do a mini event at the same time as we do the main event. And so we didn't have too many kids sign up this time. I don't know, with school just starting up, you know, a lot of kids didn't sign up, and I pushed it as hard as I could. But we got 3 kids. We did it anyways. We did 1-versus-1 tournament for the kids. They all went home with medals, and they all got prizes. So we kept it going.
Yeah, well, you know, unless you know, it'll end up building just like everything always does, you know. But you're right about school just starting and everything. It's kind of a bad time right here. But
it goes up and down.
Yeah, it does. But you know, you got to keep trying. You know, those that give up never get anywhere. You know, it's just like trying to build paintball from your couch. It doesn't happen. You know, you can give it a shot, but it's not going to work. You got to get out there and you got to help these kids and get them up and rolling. That's what you do. I appreciate that a lot. Very, very sharp.
We'll train them.
Yeah, and you know, Freddie, what's new down in your area right now? Because I know you're the guy that everybody kind of looks to down there right now?
No, you know what? We just finished our 10K, our 10-man that we do, our rec ball, hyperball tournament, team-based. We just had it. It was a success. We had 12 teams signed up, and it was great. No fighting, actually. It's great because down here at SoCal, I can't say for other communities up north or in Arizona or stuff, but down here in SoCal, a lot of the pump community is very close, so we kind of all know each other. We're very competitive, but we still know each other, and the games are very intense, but the fighting among each other is not as bad as a big tournaments you see like NXL or WC, because everybody knows each other. So and we had a really huge success. Hopefully we will try to, or I will, and me and Sam will try to push one up north. Hopefully maybe next year, I'm not sure how the weather is up in NorCal, so we'll figure out a way to get the 10-man going there.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
was that 7-3 thing?
Yes, 7 pumps, 3 electros or mechs, and electro mechs limited paint, but they could get extra paint from their teammates, which is fine as long as after the whistle. Yeah, so hopefully we're trying to get that going up NorCal. And trying to see. I'm still having a hard time trying to push the Arizona chapter, and I'm still trying to figure how to get to the Vegas. So it's just I have too much stuff in my plate, and I'm trying to just slow it down, trying to figure one step at a time.
Right. Well, Sam does real good up here, and we Sam and I've been talking. We might have a little surprise maybe next week. We're still talking about this right now, but we might bring something into the mix because everybody knows I love the PBSL. Period. And not just because I got a cool shirt, which really does help.
And if I could jump in really quick, I just want to let these guys know now that they're all in the same place. Todd, Freddy, Dennis in the beginning, they're the reasons why we brought this stuff up here. So I got to give a huge shout out to these guys because when I was calling on, I want to do something cool up here, but I have no clue what I'm doing. They all jumped in and hooked us up.
Yeah, but that's what makes everything grow, guys. Is just exactly that, And Stefan Snow said the 10K was a blast.
Thank you.
So, it's pretty cool. When I seen the format for it, I just absolutely loved it. Now, I'm getting to come down there in December because I got to come down and protect my buddy Gumby over here.
Hey, that's only halfway down, though. That's San Luis Obispo.
That's close enough.
How far are you? How far north are you?
About 200. I think it's 240 some miles from there.
Something like that.
So I think what we did is we split the difference.
Right.
I think we split the difference right there. So you coming up for that, Todd?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm helping Ivan run that event.
Oh, very cool. Oh, good. I get to meet you face to face then instead of online like this all the time.
Oh, yeah. I'll be at the event.
Yeah, I got to come down. I got to play alongside Gumby. Yeah. You looking forward to it, Gumby? You're one of the generals or something in that, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Pretty picture.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I like. Promote that bad boy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to come down there. This field, the field. Now I've never been to this field, but I've got different things on the field. Is it a private field or what is it?
No.
Yeah, it's on a base, but it's not really anything that's out of the ordinary or like a park or anything like that.
It's a great field. Hey, sorry, I got a bunch of dogs here.
Oh, no problem.
Dogs.
Very cool.
Yeah, the Gladiator Paintball Park is huge and just has so much space and so many bunkers. There really is like so many places to hide. I love that field up there, and it's a beautiful area. You're just in this huge valley. Sorry. And there's just like beautiful camping, and like if you bring your wife with you or kids, they could go to the beach right down the street. You're in just a gorgeous beach area.
Oh, very cool.
So, highly recommend bringing the family up. the field has. This is also where we're doing our PBSL reunion in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you know, we're having the PBSL reunion there, and sorry, my dogs are really screwing with me here. I apologize.
No, it's all good.
Jesus Christ.
It's
If I can get some help.
Bob's Attack Part 3.
Hey,
Aye.
he's
Okay.
blaming it on the dogs, but I don't know.
Hey, can you help with the dogs, please? I'm trying to do a show on my mind, and the dogs are like,
Freddie,
really
are you gonna come up
get
for
them
that?
outside.
You know what? I have a family thing, and I wanted to try to go, but it just came up suddenly, and I just can't make it that weekend.
How about the one in December?
That one I will try to. It's just depending on my school. I'm finals weekend,
Got it.
finals week, and it's just you know what? I've been putting a lot of stuff in the back burner and trying to just finish school up.
Come on, Freddie, make it happen.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
I'm at that age where I risked it. I'm 43 and I went back to school. I'm just trying to finish. Man.
43.
You majoring in paintball?
No, I'm majoring in business, trying to see what I can do.
Very
So,
cool.
I'm trying to get it done. I'm trying to encourage everybody just to go back to school. Some people,
What do you want?
regardless, age or not, just try to get back to school. In the long run, it'll help. So I'm saying.
No, absolutely. How old did you say you were?
I'm 43 currently.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, you're lucky.
Yeah,
Wow.
looks like he's 25. doesn't it?
I thought he was
Just a
in his
kid.
20s.
We're all older than you.
20s.
No,
Oh man.
I'm one of the older ones.
Well, yeah, you look young and
Thank
Bill and I guess.
Well,
especially me.
Hey,
Yeah,
Fred,
Bill.
I just want, before I go, I need to get off right now.
Yeah.
Before I go, I just want to let everybody know SoCal has a bunch of the 10 mans, as you said, the WCCPL. So WCCPL has the 10 man. And also, we do have a West Coast Mech Masters coming up. They're both coming up. This West Coast Mech Masters coming up on the 21st. That's a 10 man. In
That's the 21st of November now?
Yes, at SC Village. And we also, the WCCPL has the 10 man Met coming up on December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's a 2-day event.
Oh, okay. You know what to do, Freddie, is if you can, message me though with those dates, and I will mention them on the show each week.
Oh, okay.
Until they happen.
Yeah. Well, I have a team. I'm bringing up a team for the West Coast Mech Masters, a PBSL team. And this is what makes PBSL great is that there's a pool of players that I could pull from. Like in my team that I have Devin Bailey from up north. You guys probably know him. He's from Chico. I even got Brandon Trujillo. He's a youngster that played for Team USA. Ben Silverstein, Paintball DNA. As you could see, I could pull together as a group PBSL. There's so many players. You just don't understand.
Yeah, and, next week, I'm going to, because next week I'm going to have a show on the WCPL. And so I'm going to introduce some stuff that I've been talking to Sam about that I think that PBSL itself is going to like an awful lot too. Because it's, I do anything I can to boost paintball.
Yes.
I'm with the WCPL, but I love the PBSL. The NXL, I have no problem with that. The ICPL, the ICC, all of those, anything that boosts paintball and is good for paintball, I say we go with it. Period.
Yes.
And you just pick and choose your tournaments and things that you want to go and do. That's just a real simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm happy to, Freddie, first of all, I appreciate you coming on tonight because I know you're busy.
Thank
you got
you.
school and everything, but anything that I can give you a hand with. And as soon as Sam and I set this up, I will be in contact with you or Sam will, and we'll let you know exactly what we got going on. But I think you're gonna think it's pretty cool, and it's gonna be very good for the PBSL also.
All right, I'm excited to see it. Yeah. So
what you and I talked about too, Freddie.
yeah, of course. Just check us out. Hopefully, we get something going NorCal in beginning next year. So, and
Yeah.
Hope you guys have a great night.
It's going to happen, Freddie. Take my word for it. It's
right.
going to happen. And you'll be made aware of it, like I said, probably by next week.
Okay.
Don't lose no sleep over it, but it's going to be pretty cool. You're going to absolutely love it.
All right. Thank you. Just let me know. All right.
Freddie, thanks again for coming on tonight, huh?
All right. Thanks again, Fred.
Real quick, how bad did I butcher your last name?
Not too bad. Everybody, it's people forget to pronounce it as Spanish, so it's Yapitan. The double L.
Wow, I was way off.
At least it was. I get people going la pitan, so it's like, it is what it is.
Right.
Yapitan.
All right.
Hey, Freddie, you have a good evening, and again, thank you so much for coming on tonight, buddy.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Freddy.
See you,
Good night.
Fred.
All right, everybody, that was Mr. Freddy. Freddie.
Yapitan.
Man, I butchered that poor guy's name. And same way with Stephens, too. I'm sitting there going, oh, God, I almost had Bill say their last name. I used to throw that bad news at somebody else like that. So, well, Todd, that is so cool that you're going to be at that one, especially in December, because I'm thinking about taking, grabbing Keith Kissel and maybe driving down to that one, because I know Kathy Alvarez from up here is coming down to the one in November, the early November one, the 5th. I think it's in a couple of weeks or something like that, or a week and a half. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I know some people are thinking about going down and doing that, but I was thinking about maybe just just come down on a Saturday, just come and hang out with you guys on a Saturday and then go back Saturday night.
That's fine. I mean, I actually have some family stuff I have to do Sunday too. So I'm doing Friday and Saturday and playing all day, and then coming home and I got to do family stuff Sunday. But do what you got. Everyone has to do their own thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I might come down there just on Saturday and do that. Maybe head out of here like at 4 in the morning, go down and play, and then 4 in the afternoon or so take off, come back up here. Perfect. It's only about 4 hours. It's about a 4-hour drive. It's not a terrible drive, So,
yeah. But that's a long way, but we'd love to see you.
Yeah, I might just do it. I'm definitely coming down December because I don't want anybody shooting my buddy Gumby up. So I'm gonna come down there, and I probably just end up being a shield, but anything else. So Gumby, you looking forward to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Always looking forward to playing paintball anywhere I can.
Yeah, well, you were pretty good when we were in Illinois. You were pretty funny. You and that horn have got a name, believe me. Absolutely love it. So, the clown posse. Do you guys practice much? Do you guys actually go to tournaments now anymore?
We do a lot of scenario events, scenario games, big games. We used to do. There was a few of us that did the PBSL. That's how I ended up basically bumping into them and kind of playing a lot more alongside them, was via PBSL and playing some of the tournaments with them. And we just kind of move around and play wherever. We are all over. We're in different states. We have clowns that move all over, but generally home base is Southern California.
Right. Yeah. I just I love the uniforms. I got to tell you, it just absolutely cracked me up. And like I say, I was talking to Kevin Donaldson earlier, and I said, "Do you know Stefan?" And I go, "Gumby," and he goes, "The guy with the horn." And I go, "That's the guy, man." So I got to tell you lose the horn, you're probably going to lose your persona, man.
It's a scary sight when you see 20 or 30 clowns coming at you, and they're all just honking and just going crazy.
I got to tell you, people. It doesn't do a lot of people good to see one like that sometimes. when you were at the Paintball to Go in Illinois, you were just a hit walking around with that on. It just absolutely cracked me up. That's all there is to it.
One thing that will piss you off about a clown is if you actually are playing like woods ball with them and you actually don't see them and they shoot you. Oh, you're mad. You're like, what? You got polka dots and you're yellow and purple. How did I miss you? and they just like boop, right out of the bushes,
Yeah, that's one you don't want to tell anybody. That's for sure. Absolutely, that'd be so cool. I was talking to a guy too, and he asked me, he goes, for the WCPL, he goes, what color are the ref jerseys? And I said, well, they're going to be yellow, and I said mostly yellow with some other colors on. And he goes, well, he said we did a tournament. He said, and 2 teams showed up and they had yellow on, and so we were the refs. We had yellow on, and they shot the crap out of us. And I said, well, this is going to be a woods ball tournament. So I said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of guys wearing yellow out there, So I think it's going to be more camo than the yellow. So that's what I'm hoping for. So Todd, you have your own show. I've watched it.
Me?
I watched you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not really a show.
I even comment on it. Yeah, I chime in all the time. I don't put my name because anyhow, I watched the draw you did last time. Was that for the 10-man you just had?
No.
Look how he
Oh, you know what?
Every time I freeze up, I'm like this.
So we're talking about Todd's OnlyFans page or his draw page?
I hear him.
Oh, Todd, can you hear us? Because you froze up, but you froze up great.
No, I don't know. It for just a second, it went away.
Oh, it's still there.
You're beautiful, brother. You're beautiful.
You look like you just won the lottery, man. I absolutely love it. That is so cool. Well, as long as you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I watched you do the card pick the other night. What was that for? Was that for the 10-7?
Well, basically, when I do my random event, which is approximately once a month or so, like this is the holiday season coming up, and we're doing our PBSO reunion that Sam, helped do here, and that's going to kind of be the November event. And then December, I'm pushing the end game, and it's so many holiday things and stuff. We probably won't do anything in December either. But January, we're back in, and mostly it's like once a month. And my events are random. And when we first started PBSL, there was only 9 to 18 or 20, 21 people. We'd usually do 3-man teams, and we always did it with playing cards. That's why the logo has the playing cards in the logo. And we would do the cards at the field. And right before the game, you wouldn't find out who was on your team until the day of the event. So at that time, we were doing it even towards the end of the day at the field because the refs all wanted to play. So we would start at like 4 o'clock and play till like 7. And we would deal the cards out right there. Well, now that there's so many people, like dealing those cards out and splitting up the teams in the morning with 40 to 65, 70 people, it would just be crazy. So I do it online now, and I do it ahead of time, which kind of works out good because it gives a couple days. Like usually if the event's on a Saturday, I'll do the live draw on a Wednesday night. And that way, everyone links up, who's on your team. You can make, I suggest that the captain is always the first person drawn. So if it's 4-man team, the first queen that's pulled, that guy is the captain of the team. Okay? And everyone has to practice at being a captain with PBSL. So cool. You are the captain if you're the first person drawn, and you're responsible for keeping your team in line and together for the day. They have to be on time for games. You can't have somebody like, in the bathroom when your game's just about to start. That's the captain's job, whoever that is to make sure that the team is doing what they're supposed to do at the right time.
Yeah, because the games go quick. It's
4-minute games, 5-minute games max.
Yep. So
Speedball.
I just thought that the way you did it, by doing it like a show and then having everybody's name and doing the draw that way, I thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
It was. I watched it and it was exciting. I just kept wanting to see, who's going to keep coming up next, and it was pretty sharp the way you did it. I was very impressed.
Thank you.
And the first time I ever seen that, Yeah, first time I seen it was Sam did it, but he did it. I believe it was a 3-man then, right, Sam?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was like a 4-man. I think we had like 40 people, and we did like 10 teams.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, and you did the draw right there. So, but I think that is such a cool way, not just to go play paintball, but to meet people, because you don't know who the heck you're going to have on your team.
That's the beauty of PBSL is you don't know who it is, and then you get to meet new friends, and hopefully you get to learn, some more about paintball and the game, and how it's played. It's so competitive. The cool thing is we have people like me, who've been playing for a long time and like know, how to, to play that chess game of paintball, and then you got the new guys who want to learn how to be in a tournament, but they don't have a team yet.
Yep.
And they're kind of timid. It's hard. How do you get in to playing tournament paintball by yourself?
Right.
So that's what PBSL has kind of filled that niche. You can now get in and you don't need a team. It's just all you, and you meet up with the new people, and now you've met new friends and they've seen your skill. And, we're getting people that are being picked up by teams because they play PBSL. And then you got these other team members that are out there from, the other bigger pump teams, and they're like, whoa, that guy's good. I'm watching him. Let's pick him up,
Well,
so,
next week when we do the WCPL show, I'm doing a show on the WCPL next week. I'm going to have an announcement about some pretty cool things that we're trying to work out with Sam up here, because I know everybody wants to bring the PBSL up here, and Sam is the man for it. Period. He introduced me to it, and it's absolutely great. And one thing with the WCPL that I'm really shooting for is I want any team that wants to come and play. I want them to come and play, but I'm really pushing a lot for amateurs and guys that want to get their feet wet in the tournament circuit. Guys that always wanted to do it but never had a team do it or anything. So next week you'll also hear about another thing that we've got is you can sign up online on the WCPL website, and if you want to jump in on a team, we're going to be putting teams together for each one of the events, the 5 events. And this way, if you've always wanted to play but you don't have a team, you put your name in here and say which event you want to go to. And when we collectively get that many people, we will make you guys a team and put you in there. So, and then, and then Sam and I are working on something. Budor's watching. What's going on, Bud?
Hey, Budor.
Yeah.
I also want to say Richard Wilcox sent a message there. I just want to give him a little shout out to the Dogs of War.
Yeah, I gave him a shout out earlier. He's going to go up this weekend. We're going to go up to Jake's and start laying everything out for the tournament. So that should be pretty cool. And
I wanted to kind of piggyback on what Todd was saying. I mean, for us, we started this up here. NorCal always had a really good pump scene. Nothing like what SoCal has because we don't have the amount of people. Yeah. But we've seen a little bit of a renaissance in the last 3 years. Like, there's fields doing, pump on Sundays, exclusively. And people are playing pump and going back and then playing with their mech teams and, saying that they're playing better and they're more patient and all of that. And we had actually a father-son team who started playing with us since the beginning. And like Todd was saying, these guys are getting picked up by teams and they're getting serious. They just went and won a tournament. Their first real tournament they played went and took first place. And it was the
Wolverine.
Troy Pop and Jet Pop.
Oh.
Two super, super cool guys.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I'm just all for it. That's why I have a show with you guys on, because I just like what you do for the paintball scene itself. And the first time that I got to see you do that, Sam, it just blew me away. I thought, what a concept, And
hey, here's a good PBSL story. I got one for you. Before I forget.
I'm listening. You just
I'm
keep
old,
smiling.
I'll forget.
You'll
just talk and I'll be like, oh, I won't even remember what it was I was going to say. So this is the killer PBS. This is the type of shit that happens with PBSL. Okay, I have an old buddy that I used to play at Field of Fire with like long ago. You know, he's my age, and you know, he doesn't even think he can play tournaments, right? Well, yeah, I'm 54, and I shoot 18-year-olds all day long, no problem. Okay, and you know, I mean, right? Okay, we know what's up. I'm not scared when the ball's hitting the bunkers. You know, some of these little kids are. But anyway, so my friend, you know, he's my age. He hasn't played, and I'm like, you got to do a PBSL. You got to do it. And you know, I finally get him to talk in, and he's kind of like, all right, you know, wow, these guys are so young and so fast. I don't know how I can do this, man, but I'm gonna do it. You know. So his name is Doug Blick from Argent Sports. What's up, Doug? So Doug plays, he gets on, you know, it's random teams, and he gets on a pretty good team of draw. You know, Juan Figueroa and a couple other dudes that are some pretty hard hitters. And sure enough, his first PBSL, never played a tournament with a pump gun, I don't think. You know, he might have played with electros or whatever. He gets first place.
That brings him back next time, that's for sure.
First place, you know. The guy's never played PBSL before. He's never played, you know, in a tournament at all in like 20 years. And he's able to win first place, being, you know, in his 50s. Now, I don't know how many tournaments you can go in and do that with, but, you know, that's one thing that's the beauty of PBSL is getting mixed up, you know, young players and old players and meshing it into a team that's able to come out and win for the day, you know? Yeah,
absolutely. But see, that's what builds paintball is stuff like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, that's what really builds the sport big time. Hopefully, you know, what I've been talking to Sam about, which I will bring out next week on the show next week when I have all the people involved with the WCPL on. I will kind of showcase what I've been talking to him about, and I think you guys are going to really like it. I think the PBSL guys are going to be. I think they're going to be pretty excited about it because I'm actually pretty excited about it, and it's funny too because I kind of got the idea from Keith Kissel. And then I was talking to Kevin Donaldson, and he kind of built on it. And so then I had to give Sam a call. I was biting at the bit to talk to him about that. So Sam and I talked a little bit earlier about it. And so next week I'll talk to Sam, obviously, more during the week. And then I'm going to talk to Jake, the field owner, when I get up there this Saturday. And I think everybody's going to be pretty excited about it. Hey, not mentioning anything, Sam, what do you think about the idea that we talked about?
Genius.
Yeah, don't call me a genius, but no, it was. You know, I got to tell you, I got to tell you, I keep looking at Todd with that smile, and it's killing me, guys. I absolutely. Todd, is it frozen up on your end?
No, that was me.
Really, you're like this.
Is it frozen? No, it's not frozen.
It's frozen on our end.
Yeah,
big season.
It is so.
No, it's not frozen on my end. That's funny.
Oh, it's not frozen on your end. It's only frozen on mine.
No,
it's not frozen for me.
It's frozen on yours, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I mean, not good, but good. Yeah, you know, Bill has a field. Bill has Bailey's Battlefield in Missouri. Now, Bill, you were talking about maybe setting up with the PBSL also in the future, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to this next season. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because you know you got some guys on right now that they are the PBSL. You know.
Well, I mean, he doesn't need us. He can do it all by himself. We're happy to help. You know, whatever he needs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Well, Todd, I didn't think you were going to go to Missouri, but you know, yeah, because knowledge would be great.
Tori up at the Extreme up in it's right next to St. Louis where his field's at. They do the same thing except they call it like street fights. You know, they use a deck of cards and they pick out, you know, the team that's random. You know, and I've been trying to get him to get involved with you guys just to make it more of a international deal. You know.
So,
yeah, we got Ian Jacobs. I hope I probably butchered his name too. Ian, sorry about that. But he, you know, he's back. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I'm glad somebody could do that. Yeah, he's back east, and he's been working really, really hard. He went from California back there, and he's been working really, really hard for the PBSL, putting events and stuff together. And we had Francis Swain. He was watching earlier. He drove like 4 hours to go up there and support the PBSL for Ian up there. So that's the kind of people that the PBSL seems to draw in. Are the people that are really serious about going out and having a great time playing paintball.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
Gumby, real quick, Gumby, are you going to be up there on the 5th of November, or are you just going to be up there in the December one?
If I come up, it might just be for the day, for Saturday.
On the 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's how
No,
far
depends on work.
How far of a drive is that for you?
What was it? 5 hours?
Oh wow, it's that far.
San Luis Obispo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about three and a half for me, and he's a little further south. So yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe 4.5 or so.
It's about halfway for those guys and us.
That's a drive.
But it's a beautiful drive. It's a beautiful drive.
Yeah.
Oh, the last time we went, when I went with my middle child, as we were driving up the 101, I kept pointing at stuff. I go, you used to be able to cross right here, and there's the old abandoned gas station that we stopped at when I was a kid, and this, that, and the other thing. And I go, and all these houses over here, and none of this stuff was here.
Yeah,
yeah, that's probably what I'll take, because normally I would take 5 because it's a lot quicker, but 101 is a scenic route.
Yeah.
That because most of it runs along the ocean. So
I love the beautiful drive.
Yeah.
Well,
so
if you come out on Saturday, it's going to be a really long day because we have light towers we're setting up for night games. So
yeah, well, if I come down there, I would come down there, first of all, just to hang out with everybody and to say hi, and maybe jump in a couple games. But I would probably bail out about 4 o'clock, so that puts me back home about 8 o'clock, something like that. So I'd probably hang out as long as Todd does, and then when Todd bails, I'd probably bail too.
I'd rather have you for 5 minutes than not have you at all, friend.
Oh, I appreciate that very much. Yeah, well, I'll probably do it. My wife wants to go for a ride, so I probably throw her in and away we go. And I'll come down there and bang away for a little bit with you guys. I would absolutely be honored to play alongside you guys. I really would. I got to play alongside Gumby, and it was an absolute treat for me. It was. It was such a distraction though, because I've never played with a clown before, so I had to keep looking over. I had to keep looking over at him. It was just hilarious. You made my day, Gumby. I'm telling you. You did. Not just mine. I think you made a lot of people's day when you were down there. It was great. Absolutely loved it. And you were down there with the good guy too. You were down there with Mean Gene.
Great person.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mean Gene's a heck of a guy. So yeah, we had a pretty good time on that, huh, Billy?
Yeah. Yeah, for being a Mean Gene, he sure got a pretty damn big smile.
I told him that too. Yeah, yes, he rode with me when we were in New York at the Woodsball World Cup. He rode back and forth to the field with me from the motel all the time. And I had to ask him there too. I said, where does the mean come in from? Because you've been smiling the whole time we've been there. And he goes, well, the mean came in when I shut down my shop one time, and everybody thought they wanted me to open it up, and I wouldn't open it up. And I go, so that's where the Mean Gene come in. I said, and I'm like, wow, because the guy smiled the whole time I had him with me. A terrific person.
Yep.
And Bill says he can lift heavy things too, because I guess he helped you pack up at the World Cup, huh?
So's Gumby. Yeah, they're.
Oh yeah, Gumby helped you there too, didn't he?
Yeah, they're workers. It would have been hours later if they hadn't helped. And
well, you only had like
gun packer. I was having to call him to see if he remembered which guns we put where, because I couldn't find some. I'm like, oh.
Well, you only had like 5,000 things to put away,
Yeah. Now I got 5,005. I keep adding. This is the newest monstrosity right here.
What is it? Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Very early Sheridan, when they actually converted the top to hold ammo. This holds like 70 rounds. and it's just a beast. It's been sitting in a box for probably 25 years.
I
It's
wonder why.
yeah,
Wow.
but I'm gonna refurbish it and get it going.
Can I shoot it?
Huh?
Can I shoot it?
Yeah. It give me about out of 3 weeks and it'll be done. And then we found this.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
It's still all intact. It's ready to.
Oh Jesus. That's a big old fire waiting to happen.
Yeah. That's a paint grenade.
Yeah. That's what Bill and I were talking about before. They had these big paint grenades back in the day like that. And I mean, it had like a pint of paint in it.
Water weenies.
Oh, what was it?
The water weenies.
Yeah, those
Bouncing Betty.
fat boys. Yeah, bouncing betties. Yeah. Major Paintball made them too. Then Titman made them. There was a couple guys that made them.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
But one good thing, you couldn't wipe it, that's for sure.
I used to have a mixed the urinal scent inside them.
Oh, yeah.
People were like, "What the hell is that?"
You know, that's like when we played a tournament, and that we were the Muffs back in the day, and then there was the Puffs with Jessica Sparks and the girls. Anyhow, they had special paint made with perfume in it, and man, I gotta tell you,
number 5.
yeah, oh, it was just you couldn't get it off. I mean, you could not. Once you got hit with it, your eyes watered. You just smelled like it all day long. And then if you go home and you wash your clothes, you just had it just entrenched in your nose. You just smelled it constantly. I'm like,
then your wife's like, "Where have you been?"
yeah.
Playing paintball. What?
Yeah.
You don't smell
Yeah,
like
sure.
paintball.
Lucky there wasn't glitter in it.
Gotta love it, man. So Sam, you're going to be getting into paintball pretty heavy here. I know you're into it pretty heavy. What are your plans now? You know, other than doing something with me?
Now that COVID's kind of taken its deal, so obviously, guys know I've had some health problems that have been kind of plaguing me here. So I'm going to move.
You're getting
more
better, right?
Huh?
You're getting better, though, right?
Sure. I hope so.
You look good.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But yeah, it's kind of held me back from quite a few things. I'm getting a little antsy. So I thought, rather than trying to push getting in and playing and all that, I'll get more into just running the events, which, a lot of people have been asking me for up here. And I've, just really haven't been doing, much. I've talked about doing a bunch of stuff and then it just never really worked out. So this family reunion we're going to have, not this weekend, but the following weekend is kind of the start of getting back in it and starting to put stuff together again. So that's kind of the plan.
Yeah. I'm probably going to go down for that because, and Gumby, if you don't make it, that's cool. But I definitely can't wait until December to see you there.
I'll be there definitely in December.
Yeah, because you're one of the big dogs that time. Yeah, I know. What day do you play? All 3 days or what?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me or no?
No. Yeah, I was asking Gumby if he played all 3 days during that.
Yeah, I'll play every day, any day, everywhere, anywhere.
Oh, there you go. I guess that just kind of cuts through the chase, huh? Now you sound like Billy.
You name it, I'll play it.
So
that's what I was telling Sam when I talked to him earlier. I says promoting paintball, you playing is fun, but you don't have to play all the time to promote it. There's a lot of different ways that you can push paintball without getting out there and taking a chance on your health and anything happening. Because then that would be a loss for paintball.
Right.
Period. So yeah, better that you just get out there and just get out there and talk it. Get out there and show it. You ran the first tournament I ever seen that had anything to do with the PBSL, and I thought you ran it excellent. you know, it's not like there was only 2 people there. There was quite a few people there. And I watched everybody getting in, getting out. And everybody that I seen that day all had a good time. I didn't hear any griping from anybody. So, and you know, I was on the sidelines. I wish I'd have brought some stuff I could have played because, man, the more I watched it, the more I wanted in, you know.
Yeah, I had never run a tournament before I started this whole thing. And then, you know, so last year we had the family reunion. It was the biggest thing I've ever been a part of putting together. So thankfully Todd was there. And while I'm figuring out, trying to do this, do that, you know, all of a sudden Todd from the back, everybody get on the field. And so he kept everybody moving, kept the games moving, just really picked up all of my slack that I had going on there. But I learned a ton from that. And so this year I'm going to be heading up on Thursday night so I can have everything set up Friday. But we're going to run some little tournaments on Friday, got some prizes and things. And then Saturday, we're going to have some of these North versus South PBSLs kind of against each other. But then we're going to have some 1v1s, 2v2s. In between, there'll be just tons of different things. But then we also have vendors that are going to be there. I think Stoney's going to be there. Paintball DNA, Golden State Threads, a few other people. Then we get the guys last year put together this swap meet, you know, for like JT parts for goggles, and it kind of turned into its own little thing. So we're doing that again. It's kind of this big swap meet we're going to have. And then to top all that off, we were able to get our charity, our 501c thing. So we're actually going to be serving beer and wine there. We're going to have food there, you know, tri-tips and all that, so everyone can get fed. And
now is this pump only, or is it mechanical also?
So I haven't actually talked to Todd about it. I was kind of thinking the North versus South games really should be pump only. But we'll work that out. We're going to have some pump, some mech, some stuff going on.
Yeah, like I feel like if anyone is not comfortable using pump, like, you know, let them use the mech. I have no problem pumping against somebody that like is playing with a mech. You know, I mean, I'll take the handicap and I'll shoot you.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I got a bad rotator cuff, so it's hard for me to pump now. You know, but and I'm not a mechanical guy. I like the semis, you know, the mechanical. So
well,
that's probably what I would bring to play with is that, you know.
Well, some of our funnest things we like to do as PBSLers is go out against electros against our pumps.
Let me tell you something. You know, when I've seen some of these PBSLs out here, some other ones other than the one you had, Sam, and some of these kids pump faster than I've seen guys shoot with the mechanicals. It just blew me away to see how fast these kids are pumping. So, you know, I mean, I don't think I could shoot my mech as fast as some of those kids were pumping paint.
We call that the SoCal.
What do you call that?
The SoCal auto trigger.
Man, very impressive.
I don't even use an auto trigger. I pump pretty fast, and I don't use an auto trigger. I'm just old school, you know, click, clack, poo.
I can't wait to meet you, Todd.
People freak out when I walk out with my old 10-round tube, you know. Bag
Oh, yeah, Billy's holding the old
these.
I want one of those.
I gotta love it. Well, you know what, guys? I can't thank you guys enough for coming on tonight. I've gone my hour. I try to keep it at an hour. So anyhow, I just first of all, I appreciate very much you coming on. I'm very, very proud that I got to talk to you guys tonight, and I am very proud to be a portion and help the PBSL because I think you guys are absolutely terrific. I think you guys do an awful lot for paintball, and the more I can support you, the better I like it. Period.
Sounds good. We appreciate it. Hey, so we throw into Gumby and I will also be on the Reaper show tomorrow night talking about the end game. And
you better be watching, Fred.
Oh, I will. Hey, I like David. I know. You can't get David and I together because then we just talk too much. But I absolutely love the guy. I will be watching. I will chime in and say nothing but nice things.
Sounds good. Hey, I'm happy to come over there to Illinois and help you with your PBSL anytime. That'd be a fun vacation if you want to like run an event. I'm happy to come out there and do one. Yep. Like we can pretty much do everything. We can do it online for the beginning. Yeah, and then I can just come out for the event. We can pretty much promote and do everything, on Facebook and make it happen. Get everyone to sign up and kind of show you how it works. And then I'll come over there and run the event for you, and then you can do it by yourself after.
Well, let me tell you something real. Oh, go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said that'd be sweet. Heck yeah.
Yeah, Todd. We might drag you up to Northern California. Sam and I might too. We'll see what happens here.
Okay.
But
I'm down.
Yeah. So like Sam was saying, how much you helped him at that event that he was at, and that's the kind of person we like to hang around with. So
I'm very loud, and I like running people and running events. I was the ref at Field of Fire for 15 years. So I don't know. I feel like I can ref easily 60 to 100 people and control them and like make them do go where they need to be. So that's like what I like doing. So anytime you need some help, let me know.
Todd could herd people like you've never seen in your life.
Like a sheepdog. I love it.
I'm really loud.
Yeah.
Right on, Todd. Well, Todd, thank you so much for joining in with us tonight. But I appreciate it. And we'll probably be in touch with you this week to talk about a few things.
Anytime.
All right, Todd. You have a good evening.
I have a couple people I got to mention here before you kick me out of here.
Okay, well, I'm not kicking you out yet, so hold tight.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
All right, Todd, you have a good evening, buddy.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Mr. Todd Winokur. Great person. You're up to bat, Sam.
I am. Well, first of all, thanks again for having me. I know the last time that I was on here, I wasn't in the best of shape, so I appreciate the chance to be on again.
Anytime.
And I wanted to mention that with our family reunion we have coming up, my friend Todd Fawns, so he owns Golden State Threads. He makes all handmade jerseys, top of the line stuff. I'll show you some of that stuff when we go. But he's got a goldenstatethreads.com. If you go on there, you can check out jerseys, headbands, barrel covers. So we have a ton of stuff that we're going to be giving away from him at that event.
Oh,
also,
cool.
We got a bunch of stuff from Paintball DNA. The brothers down there, they go to all the events. They do all this stuff. They make great 3D printed hoppers and all kinds of stuff. I also want to give a shout out to Kathy, our friend. I know you know who I'm talking about, who started the Valkyrie Girls Woods team, and it's taken off. I've seen these girls, across the nation. So I just want to give her a big kudos. That was a big job to do, and I'm really super proud you got that together.
Yeah, she's actually bringing a team to the WCPL too. So I cannot wait. I love to have her, and plus she's also going to play at the Woodsball World Cup. So,
well, if I'm there, I'm going to wind up being. I'll be the pod boy for him.
There you go.
I'd also like to thank Mark Gong and all the Hermans getting all those kids teams together.
Yep.
Those were, I've heard, we've all been kind of talking about wanting to do that for a while, and man, he really stepped up and got it going. I'm really proud of all those kids. They're killing it.
That's actually a story and a show by itself, the way that kind of took off, the way you got it going. So
for sure.
Yeah.
And then I got to thank all the photographers. So we got all the people that go to events and set up events, but there's this whole host of people, kind of like referees, that kind of get, shit rolls downhill kind of thing. We have all these photographers that go out and spend their money and their time and their day to go out and take pictures and video of everyone out there, so that we get to see how much fun we're having out there.
There you
go.
I
just want to give a shout out and let everybody know that when you get out and play, thank your refs, but really thank these guys that are putting the photographs up there. So, you can go to your friends like, hey man, this is me. Look, I shot that guy kind of thing,
I don't know
So
what it
That's
is.
scary.
I don't know what it is about those photographers, but they all buy the same filter that makes my hair look white.
I told you the magic marker works good, but you don't listen.
So, I don't like either of them.
Right on, Sam. I'll be talking to you this week, Sam, about what I talked to you about earlier.
Okay, well, I got one more. So I got my APP, American Paintball part, Cliff Matthews. I know you've been out there. He's a really good friend of mine. They got hit really hard by the storm, lost all their power poles, a bunch of their stuff out there, but they're working on getting it fixed. But anyway, the idea for the Northern California PBSL really came from the vibe at his place. He has created this wonderful place where you feel like family. It is the Cheers of the paintball world. And it's just a really great thing. So I wanted to throw this out, APP. The first 2 comments on this shirt, there's writing on each side of my sleeves. And if you've been to APP, you know exactly what it is. So the first comment that says what each of my sleeves say, I'll get your information and I'll send you a paintball DNA Mojo hopper with a magnetic lid and a 10-round tube speed feed.
Sounds good, buddy.
PBSL compliant.
There you go.
And it says PBSL on it. It's actually PBSL made.
Right on, Sam. Well, again, Sam, thanks again for tuning in tonight with us and jumping on. And I'll be in touch with you this week to talk about what I talked to you about earlier.
Fred, it's always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, Sam. Thank you.
Gumby, take care. Bill, take it easy.
See ya.
All right. All right, everybody, it's Mr. Sam Wyrick, and I can pronounce his name. So pretty damn good. I might say it a couple of times, So that was pretty cool. I know. I finally get one down pat. I pat myself on the back. So Gumby, thanks so much for coming on tonight. If you can't make it up on the 5th, I understand that, but I am definitely looking forward to December to coming down there and hanging out with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to hang out with both of you guys.
Yeah. Now I get to play alongside you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't shy away from battle. I always lead from the front.
There you go. That's where I want to be with you.
Are you going to be at Satcong Village on I think it's November 20th, 21st?
That's the MacMaster thing?
Yeah.
I live like 10 minutes away. But
So that's a maybe yes.
no, hold on here. What am I doing?
Sorry, his secretary is showing him his schedule.
No, I'll actually be I'll be
Let's
doing
see
a
your
charity.
secretary. Bring your secretary on there.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. I have the calendar of everything that happened. So
We'll be actually doing a toy drive.
So
over
that's
at,
how you keep everything together, huh?
Yeah.
It's not you, it's her that keeps it all together. Wow.
Yeah, she just points me in the right direction. I just go at it.
You're the man. You're the man. Well, I got to tell you, buddy, I'm really looking forward to coming down and playing some paintball with you.
Absolutely. Bill, I want to come back out to your place, that way, do some events.
Anytime. Next year is going to be awesome. There's a lot of events in our area, so it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Gumby. Well, buddy, you have a great evening, and thanks so much for jumping on tonight. I want to have you back on again when we can get to talk a little bit more. And I will definitely tune in tomorrow night to David's show, so I can check you guys out, see what's going on.
All right. We look forward to it.
You have a good evening, my friend.
Take care, both of you.
All right.
Bye now. What a great group, huh, Billy?
Yeah.
That's what I tell you. The PBSL, these guys are so cool. and Gumby, you got to love the guy. He is just,
without a doubt, he is a worker. He's a.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a player, too.
Oh, heck yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He was out there just having a great time when I seen him. It was terrific. So,
I think it
That
was.
was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I think it was Living Legends 8 or 9. There was a bunch of those clowns up there at Chicago Challenge Park.
A bunch of those clowns.
Yeah, and when you attack them, and if they start getting defeated, they all start blowing the horns, and it draws all their herd. You know, they're like zombies. It's like, holy shit, where did all these people come from? You know? Then you're afraid to shoot them. It's like,
You gotta love it though, you know.
yeah. But
Just
yeah, that
gotta
horn
love it.
does more than just make funny noises. It's got a purpose, you know.
I love it. Well, right on, Billy. Well, we ran over a little bit here, like we always do. So,
So next week's show, we're talking about the WCPL.
everything going to have the owners of the WCPL on next week, and we're gonna, because there's a lot of things out there right now. You know, people are talking about, you know, how's this going to work? How's this going to work? What's going to happen here? You know, so next week we're going to just put it all out there, and so it'll take all the guesswork out of everything, because I've got so much interest in it out here. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah.
And I'm absolutely loving it. So
yeah, once the website's updated too, that'll help out a lot. That'll take out a lot of questions, and
it will. But you know, people want to hear too. You know, I mean, we'll put them all on the show, and we can explain everything what's going on. So
yep.
Right on, Billy.
All righty.
Well, tell Susan I said hi. You have a good evening, buddy.
Will do. I know you're gonna go eat dinner.
I am starving now because I didn't even have a snack before this one. Damn it!
Yeah, me and Gummy were sitting there eating in front of you the whole time.
I know. Did you see me drooling? My mic's all wet. Right on, Billy.
Clean the mic. All right.
All right.
See you next week.
All right, buddy. All right, everybody. This is Mr. William Bailey. All right, guys. You know, appreciate very much you guys hanging in there tonight. I appreciate so much all my guests coming on. What a terrific bunch of people. PBSL's cool as hell. Gumby from the Clowns. I got to tell you, you ever get a chance, you want to go up and meet this guy. I mean, you're gonna talk to him for 5 minutes. And you're gonna absolutely fall in love with the guy. He's just he is exactly what paintball is all about. So I was very, very proud to have him on tonight, and as I was very, very proud to have everybody else on. So please, everybody, remember next week. I don't know what is going on here, but we will get rid of this. Maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know. I got the Weather Channel on here, man. Oh, cool. Anyhow, so until next week, we're going to have the WCPL owners on. So please check in and tune in and find out exactly what's going on with the WCPL. I think you're going to love it. Very, very informative also. So until next week, please play hard, play safe, play fair, but get out there and play some paintball. All right, guys. See you next week.